10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Wow, and that movie is like 7 times more than our radio session.
I don't know what you're referring to, genuinely.
Oh, one of the movies.
What movies?
Oh, there's a movie that that's an adaptation of the Shrek movie, but it's in a musical formation.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know what it sparked that one.
Because I looked at my alarm and it said 12 o'clock will be at 2 hours and 2 minutes. And I looked at the video of how long the musical is, and it says 2 hours and 10 minutes.
All right. All right, Madison. You said you wanted to read?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
The time is 10 a.m.
You don't mind if I have these on, do you? Thank you for tuning in to the Blind Community Thrift Store Radio Reading Service. My name is Madison, and I'm here with Savannah.
Hello.
We invite you to listen to our broadcast, both live and on demand. And our live sessions are available on the Blind Community Thrift Store YouTube channel, Monday to Friday, between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. each week. Additionally, you can access on-demand content through the Audio Reader Network, which offers a wide range of audio materials for the visually impaired community. To explore content for the visually impaired community, To explore content from the Audio Reader Network, please visit www.reader.ku.edu. There. The site provides details about accessing content via Amazon Alexa, Audio Reader Network mobile app, and information on receiving mobile. I meant mobile, but
You're fine.
and information on receiving a radio to listen to the broadcast by KSMU Radio. KSMU? Yeah. KSMU. All right. All broadcasts are played over KSMU's subcarrier airwaves at 67 kilohertz on 91.1 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Contact Audio Reader Network for more information on receiving a pre-programmed radio. I'll start with the intro, I started the intro, but
Would you like to start with the first article?
I meant to say first article of the day is from Ozarks First. Ozarks First, is that a real website?
Yes, you're reading it right now.
Okay. 31 degrees, dang. Article goes on to say, winter feel fades today, colder returns next week. This is by Tom Schmidt. I'm sorry if I'm...
Nope, you got it.
Sorry if I butchered the name.
You got
This article was posted this morning at 6:26 a.m. and it was updated a minute later. The article goes on to say, while we are much colder this morning, today will turn into a second mid-March afternoon. Freezing temperatures this morning will warm up to the upper mid-50s under sunny skies today, and we will continue to warm up through the rest of the week, reaching the 70s by Saturday. Another cold front will blow through Sunday, however, and the temperatures will collapse again. The article continues with a photograph of the Ozarks First broadcast. It shows a screen that says most accurate forecast, weather headlines, and it shows 3 slots of text that says cold begins to fade today, strong cold front Saturday with scattered rain, and winter cold to start next week. Dang, a tornado and that?
Madison, let's keep reading.
Sorry about that. We're all good. We're all good. As mentioned, we'll ride into the weekend with warmer weather on both Friday and Saturday, and it should be a beautiful start to the weekend in the Ozarks. Again, there's another picture of the broadcast. This time it says most accurate forecast into the weekend. Friday will be bright and mild with 66 degrees. Saturday will be bright and warm, and it'll be at 76 degrees. And Sunday we'll have showers turning windy and colder, and it will be 64 degrees. Like I said before, another cold front will blow through on Saturday, bringing a round of rain and a few thunderstorms to the Ozarks. There is a low risk for a strong to severe storm with this cold front this Sunday. Again, there's another most accurate forecast picture, and it says severe risk on Sunday. It's got a satellite image, a geological,
Geological?
because that's technically not satellite, it's Where is that located? That is Missouri, but
It's the state of Missouri.
and as I can see through Jackson and Memphis. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that
No,
wrong.
you got it.
It's in the yellow section, and it looks like a 15% chance of severe risk. Additionally, orange is a 30% chance.
We don't see any of that.
We don't see any orange, but there is a bunch of yellow covering Missouri.
All right. Do you want to keep? It's okay. Do you want to keep reading the next paragraph?
Yeah, I just said this like 3 times. This cold front will also bring temperatures way down on Sunday night, like I said. So we may even see snow flurries on Sunday night. We will start Monday in the 20s and teens and likely remain in the 30s through the day. Yeah, another lots of accurate pictures. Again, from Most Accurate Forecast.
It shows the cold front coming in.
Yeah, it shows 5 p.m. on a Sunday, like what it should be.
Yes.
Right where Minneapolis is. Minneapolis.
So the cold front is sweeping through the United States, and it is the picture is expressing how it's going to sweep through Missouri, as described in the text that Madison has read.
And as you can see, and as I meant me and you, Salt Lake City, Winnipeg, Minneapolis, Quebec, Boston, New York, they're going to be in the cold section. Las Vegas, Albuquerque, El Paso, Dallas, is that the hot section?
Yes, but we're also more concerned about Missouri.
Right.
Do you want to keep reading?
Yeah, what does the giant L mean? Lower temperatures?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Okay, once again, while it will be very cold to start next week, the cold won't last long. Okay, that's good. Temperatures rebound
Yes.
quickly from the 30s and 40s on Monday through to the 60s and 70s by Wednesday. All right, there's one more last picture of Most Accurate Forecast, starting the week cold. On Monday, it's going to be very cold and sunny with temperatures to 39 degrees. On Tuesday, the temperatures will rise back up into the 50s with it being sunny and warming. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back to warm weather with a 68 degrees. And that's it for that article.
All right. From the Springfield Business Journal, Southside Fitness Venture set to open March 14th. The article starts with a photo of D1 training, an inside look at the D1 training facility that has various pieces of workout equipment set against the walls. This article is written by Michael Cullinan. A trio with backgrounds in the healthcare industry is bringing a location of a Franklin, Tennessee-based fitness franchise this month to the Queen City. D1 Training, a performance-based strength and conditioning concept, is set to hold a grand opening for its first Springfield location on March 14th at 313 East Battlefield Road, Street C, said local franchisee Kate Martinez. The group fitness facility occupies around 5,700 square feet in the Battlefield Plaza Shopping Center, said Martinez, who co-owns the Springfield franchise along with her husband, Jason, and their friend, Anthony Morgan. It's the place for the athlete, and we define anyone with fitness goals as an athlete, Martinez said, noting each fitness program is based on 5 athletic-based tenets: warm-up, performance, strength program, core and conditioning, and cool-down. So we have training for all the way from age 7 up through adult. Outside of its standard group workouts, D1 Training offers group semi-private and one-on-one training with coaches. Martinez says she's among 5 coaches set to teach at the facility beginning March 14th, noting the franchisee signed a 10-year lease for an undisclosed terms with Jared Commercial and Management, LLC. D1 Training has over 150 facilities open across the country, with 100 more in development. According to a news release, the Springfield location will be the third D1 to open in Missouri, following ones in Baldwin and O'Fallon, according to the company's website. The website also lists a total estimated initial investment ranging from $480,557 to $933,432, which includes a $59,500 franchise fee. While Martinez declined to disclose startup costs for the Springfield location, she said they are on the lower end of that range. We offer classes 6 days a week, so Monday through Saturday, and there's at least one option for each age group each of those days, she said, adding memberships for unlimited classes are $40 a week through March 14th and increased to $45 per week after Saturday. Punch card options are also available for those seeking to pay per class, with prices ranging $25 to $30. We want people to get in here and get a good quality workout, but we're really looking for the quality of movement, not just moving for the sake of moving, she said. So making sure kids and adults, those movements are good form and safe, those are high priority to us. Martinez said she and her husband met Morgan over a decade ago when all three were working in various clinics and hospitals in Memphis, Tennessee. The Martinez, who are both certified chiropractors through the American Chiropractic Board of Sports Physicians, also own NXT Level Chiropractic, LLC. She said the couple began the business as a mobile venture in Memphis and opened a brick-and-mortar clinic upon moving to Springfield in 2015. The clinic is at 4730 South National Avenue, Suite B7. Then Anthony had been training at D1 in Arkansas and just got to talking to them about franchise opportunities and found out that Springfield territory was available and knew we were here. She said, and so he just reached out and said, "You guys interested in doing this with me?" The trio then visited some D1 coaching seminars and a franchisee summit before moving forward with the investment. As for further locations in Springfield, the franchisees are taking a wait-and-see approach. Based on growth and how things go, we're always open to options, Martinez said. And that is the end of that article.
Next article, speaking of articles itself, is this article, this next one, is by checkaday.com. Today is March 12th, which is also World Day Against Cyber Censorship. Oh, I haven't heard that in a while. All right. The article is showing a keyboard with a lock. It says, the internet can be a place of freedom where the exchanging of information and ideas happen without restriction. But some governments attempt to control it through censorship and surveillance. There have even been arrests and detentions of the internet There have even been arrests and detentions of internet users in some countries. World Day Against Cyber Censorship was created to help support a single, unrestricted internet that's accessible to everyone and to, quote, to draw attention to the ways that governments around the world are deterring and censoring free speech online. It was created back in 2008 by Reporters Without Borders. Reporters Without Borders is an international non-governmental organization based out of Paris that fights for freedom of the press. World Day Against Cyber Censorship was first celebrated in, 2008. After, I'm going to try and pronounce the name, I am really sorry, after Jean-Francois Gillard.
Juilliard.
A Secretary General of Reporters Without Borders, along with Larry Cox, who is the Executive Director of
Amnesty
International, sent a letter to the CEOs of Google, Yahoo, and Microsoft, requesting the day be observed. Reporters Without Borders has since given out a
Netizen?
prize on the day, which honors a person or group who has contributed to the defense of online freedom of speech and expression. They also created a logo for the day, consisting of a computer mouse breaking away from the chain. In 2006, 2 years before the creation of the holiday, Reporters Without Borders started their Enemies of the Internet list, which names countries that restrict the internet, repress its users, and censor news and information online. The following year, they added a Countries Under Surveillance category, which outlined countries headed in the wrong direction when it comes to internet freedom. After the holiday started in 2008, they began updating these lists on the day. The United States was added to the Enemies of the Internet list in 2014, and it was also this year when the list broadened. Not only focus on censorship but surveillance as well. How to observe World Day Against Cyber Censorship. You can celebrate the day by working for an internet free of censorship and surveillance. And here are some ideas on how to spend the day. Number 1, read information and reports about online freedoms around the world at Freedom on the Net. Number 2, learn about internet filtering around the world with the Open Net Initiative. Number 3, support groups such as Reporters Without Borders or the Electric Frontier Foundation. Number 4, read a book about internet censorship. Number 5, see if your representatives support a free and open internet by supporting net
Neutrality.
And number 6, share information and ideas on the internet.
All right.
Yeah. Hashtag article done.
From the Springfield Daily Citizen. New Buffalo Wild Wings Go restaurant opens in Ozark. More locations possible. The franchise hopes to expand with more locations around the Springfield area, the restaurant's general manager said. This article is written by Zoe McIntyre, and it starts with a photo of the grand opening of the Buffalo Wild Wings. It's the front of the store with a sign that hangs down that says "Now Open." This photo is also provided by Zoe McIntyre. A new Ozark Buffalo Wild Wings Go restaurant opened for service March 10th, General Manager Connor Cook said. It's located at 1479 West South Street, next to Raku Hibachi Sushi and Ramen. The Go concept focuses on takeout and delivery. Visitors should expect sports bar fare, wings, chicken tenders, appetizers, and sides, minus the alcohol. At around 1,100 square feet, the Ozark location includes 3 tables and 6 chairs for guests who prefer to dine in. Customers also have the option to call in or order online. Buffalo Wild Wings began developing Go restaurants focused on fast and convenient takeout services during the COVID-19 pandemic. At the time, the company realized that a lot of the sports bars would be going to takeout, Cook said. The scaled-down restaurant concept saw continued success even after other businesses resumed dine-in services, with Buffalo Wild Wings' new compact storefront reaching many clients through services like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. Cook said there are now about 200 Go restaurants nationwide. According to Buffalo Wild Wings' website, the Ozark location is one of 2 Go locations in Missouri. Cook previously worked at the other location in Lebanon and stated that it's franchised by the same company, Missouri Wings Incorporated. The franchisee hopes to expand with at least 2 more Buffalo Wild Wings Go restaurants around the Springfield area, the cook said. And that is the end of that article.
That was quick. Okay. Thank you for that one. Next article is from Good News Network. This is by Andy Corbly. It was written, edited, whatever.
It's okay.
2 days ago on March 10th.
Written.
Written, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Would you like to read the article title?
Rare species of pink fairy club fungus discovered in the United Kingdom for the first time. Oh, okay, then let's see what this is about then. All right. First off, the article starts off with a picture of said fungus, like what I said earlier, the pink fairy
Club.
The fairy club fungus. It's pink. Can you describe it?
The pink fairy club fungus is in a forest setting, and it's coming out of the ground similar to the way coral formations would, as it is clustered and going straight up at a slightly curved angle, with different sectors coming out in clunky bits, like a club, like a weapon club.
Gesundheit.
All right. Do you want to read this?
Yeah. So in a way, it looks like coral that just came out of the ocean.
It can. Yeah.
Sighting anywhere in Great Britain. The tennis ball-sized fungus has now been confirmed through DNA testing, as there are other species that look similar to it. The exceptional discovery was made by a group of Nature Watch volunteers from Summer, sorry if I'm saying that wrong,
Somer Valley.
Rediscovered in England's southwest. DNA extraction was done in Scotland and then sent to the University of, Aberystwyth.
Aberystwyth.
Wow, you're good. In Wales for sequencing, making the discovery a truly pan-British effort. There's a quote by Dan Nicholas. Dan Nicholas is a local.
Here, how about you read it in order?
Yeah. This discovery further demonstrates that the Southwest is home to some of the most spectacular and diverse examples of these unique grassland fungi communities around anywhere. I didn't mean to put. Sorry.
It's okay.
He doesn't say around in the quote. He does say communities anywhere on the planet. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
And yes, a local enthusiast named Dan Nicholas, who led the mushroom survey, told England's Southwest News Service. He then went on to say, "We are truly blessed to have such a colorful spectacle of nature's calendar right on our doorstep, something we need to cherish and protect at all costs." Oh, is that the scientific name for the...
Yes.
Clavaria
calabrica.
Okay, it's a small member of an informal group of fungi called fairy clubs, or coral fungi. So it is related to coral.
It's probably not related to coral, but it looks like coral.
That's what I meant. It's similar. That was first identified by scientists in Italy in 2017. Clava is the Latin word for club, and calabrica
Calabrica.
refers to the Italian region of
Calabria.
It's usually found in grasslands that have been managed gently over time and are rich in wildlife. While the species has previously been recorded in Northern Ireland, this is the first time it's been confirmed in mainland Britain. The fungus was discovered as part of the Somar Valley Rediscovered Project. It's a partnership made up of local town and
Parish.
councils that aims to improve biodiversity whilst better connecting communities to their local green spaces and landscapes. People across the region are being encouraged to take part in the West of England Wildlife Index, which is a citizen science program tracking wildlife at 20 sites across West England, contributing to the region's State of Nature report. Yeesh.
It's okay.
Volunteers are asked to help count bees, butterflies, plants, and wetland birds as part of well-established national monitoring programs with guidance and support from the project's ecologist.
Ecologist. There we go.
Eco.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll go to the next speaker.
All these long words.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Finding a species never before recorded in Great Britain here in the West is something we can all be proud of. This shows again just how rich and unique landscapes across our region can be, said Helen Goodwin, Mayor of the West of England, a combined administrative authority that makes up
Somerset,
but also Bristol and other areas around the River of Vaughan. She then went on to say, the work of the West of England Nature Partnership helps
make sure.
The work of the West of England Nature Partnership helps make sure these habitats are understood and protected. I encourage everyone to get involved in the West of England Wildlife Index, helping us set a record and safeguard the nature that makes our region so special. And that's for that article.
From the Springfield Daily Citizen, Scranton, Missouri State's upset of top-seeded Liberty was one for the program's history books. Ninth-seeded Bears advanced to Friday semifinal round in Huntsville, Alabama. Article written by Lyndall Scranton. The article starts with a photo of two of the team's players in celebration with Lyndall Scranton in front of them with the text Voices, Lyndall Scranton. Opinion. You would have to be of a certain age to remember a Missouri State basketball result as startling or one that was this much needed to inject joy back into a program as what happened on Wednesday night in Northeast Alabama. In what will go down as one of the biggest upsets in school history, Michael Osei Bonsu turned in one of the greatest performances by anyone to wear a Bears uniform in the Division I era. Osei Bonsu, a Sherman tank like 6'4", 280 pounds senior center, scored a career-high 31 points on 14 for 16 field goal shootings as Missouri State upset top-seeded Liberty 77-69 in the quarterfinals at Probst Arena in Huntsville, Alabama. The ninth-seeded Bears, who barely qualified for their first CUSA tournament, notched the upset to reach the semifinal round at 11:30 a.m. on Friday. Louisiana Tech or Middle Tennessee await, and those two will play their quarterfinal at 5:30 p.m. Thursday. The article is broken up by a picture of Missouri State forward Michael Ozai-Bonson as he goes for 2 of his 31 points against Liberty in the Conference USA tournament. Photo provided by Conference USA. And it is Ozai-Bonsu as he makes his shot against 2 defenders in white and blue uniforms. Meanwhile, the Bears will have Thursday off, not the next 7 months off as most expected, entering the first CUSA tournament. The day off is much welcomed after back-to-back tournament wins. These last 2 days have been tough, so an off day will be nice. I can't lie about that, senior forward Keith Palak III said. Palak has played 62 minutes the last 2 days. Ozai-Bonsu, 69, guard Trey Williams, Jr., 75, and guard Kobe Williams, a grueling 76. But as Ozai-Bonsu pointed out, vacations can wait. It's on to the next, Ozai-Bonsu said in the news conference after beating Liberty. Coach always tells us to stay in the present, and we just finished the present moment. Now it's time to get some recovery, stay together, and get our mindset ready to win the next one. The most recent head-turning victory to challenge this one? Go all the way back to the 2004 Missouri Valley Conference Tournament semifinals in St. Louis. The Bears rallied from a 25-point deficit to beat nationally ranked Southern Illinois in the semifinals. Names like Tamar Macklin, Blake Ahern, and Devin Mitchell were prominent in that one. 22 years later, Ozai-Bonsu etched his name into the record book and memory bank with a performance for the ages. Big Mike also added 8 rebounds and 4 assists and a spot-on edition of a vintage Charles Barkley. We've been working all season and staying together all season, Ozai-Bonsu said. Our team was working together like a well-oiled machine. Our team was finding me, and I was finishing it off. There is a photo of the MSU fans cheering on Wednesday at the conference. Photo provided by Conference USA. It hasn't been an easy season, or two seasons for Ozai-Bonsu in terms of team success. The Bears were 9-23 a season ago and stand 16-7 after beating the regular season champion Flames. They were despair to go around as Missouri State lost 8 of their last 9 regular season games, mainly by agonizingly close margins. Fans were frustrated or didn't bother showing up. Close losses compounded the frustration, but the Bears did not quit. Credit the players and coach Kwanzo Martin. They saw a trip to Huntsville as a fresh chance and dominated the final minutes on back-to-back nights when games are won or lost. Our guys displayed a lot of heart, resiliency. Martin said, "We had to take this game. We stayed the course and we did a phenomenal job in the second half defensively. A great win for our guys, and I'm happy for them. Oftentimes in the season, your fans want to see you have success, but you have to have those grinds behind the scene, those stormy days in order to see the results, and here we are now." Liberty, unlike most teams, refused the double team the 280-pound Ozai-Bonsu. He took advantage with domination in the post as his teammates found him time and time again against single coverage. "He's a true warrior and wonderful young man to be around," Martin said of Ozai-Bonsu. "He had a relentless focus and he wanted the ball every time. He wanted to have the ball every time down." Liberty led 37-33 at halftime and opened a 10-point lead 2 minutes into the second half. But just when it looked like the Bears' season was on life support, they roared back as Ozai-Bonsu worked inside. The outside game opened for others. Kobe Williams' three-pointer gave the Bears a 51-50 lead, part of an 11-0 run that grew to 15 after buckets by Ozai-Bonsu and Keith Palak III. Missouri State did not trail again. Kobe Williams added 18 points and Trey Williams added 10, 6 on a pair of cold-blooded late-game three-pointers to ice the upset. As good as Ozai-Bonsu was, the Bears' ability to defend in the second half was even bigger. Liberty, after shooting 57% in the first half, hit only 31% the rest of the way, and was a miserable 9 of 31 from three-point range. Missouri State shot 73.7% in the second half and made half of 16 three-point attempts. There is a shot of the Liberty players as they're sitting on the bench. They are looking disgruntled. This photo is provided by Conference USA. "We have an intelligent group of guys, and they can comprehend it," Martin said of the mindset during a timeout after Liberty stretched its lead to 10. The biggest thing is relax, gather yourself, stick to the game plan, hear what I'm saying, and let's get out of here with a win. When you're at this point, you've been through a lot, and you've seen a lot. 10 points down, 12 down, we were down 20 at Liberty's place and gave ourselves a chance. We're a group of fighters. Those fighters aren't, after getting a day of rest, will lace it up for at least one more game on Friday. Don't count them out now. Wouldn't it be ironic if this group of Bears, counted out by most, ended the program's 27-year NCAA tournament drought? Weird things happen in March. And that's the end of that article.
How was 2004 22 years ago?
It's okay. Do you want to keep reading?
Yeah. Next article is once again by Good News Network. It's once again by Andy Corbley, and it shows an article of. Can I just say the picture or the title?
Do you want to read the title first?
All right. New baby boom for cheetahs in India after first in the world reintroduction. The article starts off with, looks like a mama cheetah, a mother cheetah. Would there be a name for a mother cheetah?
A mother cheetah.
Okay. She's cuddling up in her den with her babies. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Are there 3 babies or are there 4? I can't tell. Are some covered?
She's covering up with several babies.
Oh, so there could be like 4 or 5.
It's okay. How about we start reading the article?
Oh, that's a pretty name. The article continues. It says, a female cheetah named
Jwala.
In India's
Madhya Pradesh
state has given birth to a litter of 5 cubs, the 3rd since she arrived in the country. Oh, so, okay, yeah. India's Minister for the Environment wrote on X, formerly Twitter, that the birth increases the number of Indian-born thriving cubs has risen to 33, marking the 10th successful cheetah litter on the Indian soil. There have been highs and lows for the growing cheetah population in India, reintroduced in 2022 via several groups of animals from African strongholds of Namibia, Botswana, and South Africa. Their first destination was
Madhya Pradesh,
Kuno National Park, where they were historically located before going extinct in the mid-20th century. Though iconic to Africa, much like the lion and leopard, these cats spanned the Asian landmass as well, and is, in fact, still alive today as an isolated, critically engineered population in Iran. In India, these guys were hunted for centuries, the cheetahs, for their pelts and sport. The government of long-serving Prime Minister
Narendra Modi
made Project Cheetah a keystone demonstration of his administration's commitment to the environment. However, morality among the reintroduced cats has been high, a consequence typical of these sorts of projects, yet one which Modi has nevertheless taken substantial criticism over. 28 cheetahs were bought from Africa, but more than half of them passed away. Some ecologists warned that they would have difficulty adapting to the predator dynasty in Kuno, which harbors a robust leopard population. There are now 53 cheetahs living in the wild and semi-wild habitats in both Kuno and Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. They total 11 animals, remaining ones that were translocated from Africa, and 33 India-born cubs, some of which are reaching sexual maturity. This achievement reflects the dedicated efforts, skill, and commitment of the veterinarians, field staff, and all involved who continue to work tirelessly on the ground, said Minister
Bhupender Yadav
on X. The birth follows a mid-February litter of 3 cubs to another Namibian female cat named Gamini, the second since she arrived in India. A moment of pride for Kuno
and for India.
A moment of pride for Kuno and for India. May Gamani and her 3 little sprinters grow strong and carry the nation's cheetah revival story forward with speed and grace.
Yadav
Said at the time. According to Japan Times, which reported on Gamini's litter, the National Tiger Conservation Authority of India, which oversees the Cheetahs Project, said the survival rates and hunting successes are, they said that they're comparable to other international cheetah reintroduction efforts, with recorded wild prey kills confirming successful adaptation to the Indian landscape. Another cheetah reintroduction program is taking place in Saudi Arabia, where cheetahs were also once lived, but went extinct. That's it for that article. Speaking of extinct,
from the 417, where to get rid of everything. Looking to streamline and declutter your home? We found some local organizations where you can donate or recycle furniture, clothing, accessories, and other home goods so you can make it the most of your remodel and help 417 landers in need. Article written by Alyssa Rooney. The article starts with a stock photo of someone putting folded shirts into an open box. Whether you're looking to get new living room furniture or you're completely remodeling your entire house, we have some great news. You don't have to just throw away all those old clothes, appliances, furniture, and other items that could otherwise go to a good home. We found local organizations where you can donate furniture, accessories, and other home goods, so you can make the most of your spring cleaning and help those in Southwest Missouri who are in need. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the Ozark, 3372 West Battlefield Road, Springfield, Missouri. Number 417-889-9136. Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Ozark organization pairs kids with adult mentors for a year or more and collects clothing and household items through its Think Big Foundation. Items are shipped and resold worldwide, the proceeds of which benefit BBBS. Donations accepted. Clothing, including jackets and shoes. Visit the donation section of the website to see what they accept. How to donate. Simply put your items in the bright purple donation station bins located throughout Springfield, primarily in price cutter parking lots. Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Ozarks, various Southwest Missouri locations. Number 417-875-3505. Ronald McDonald House Charities creates and supports programs that benefit the health and well-being of children in the Ozarks, specifically specializing in providing home environments for families of children hospitalized far from home. Donations accepted. New household items such as laundry baskets, white queen-size fleece blankets, white queen-size fit and flat sheets, and other miscellaneous household supplies. See the wish list on the website for a complete list of accepted items. How to donate. Drop off items at the Ronald McDonald House near Cox South, 949 East Primrose Street, Springfield, Missouri, between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. any day. The Kitchen Incorporated, 730 North Glenstone Avenue, Springfield, Missouri, number 417-837-1500. The Kitchen Incorporated's focus is securing housing and bringing stability to people who are homeless. Donations accepted. 30-day bus pass booklets, toilet paper, hot hands, pop-top canned food items, specifically food with protein, furniture and household items such as couches, bed frames, and coffee tables. Visit the website for a completed list of needed items. How to donate. For large donations, contact the Kitchen Incorporated at 417-837-1500. Other donations can be dropped off at Rare Breed Youth Services, 301 North Main Street, Springfield, Missouri, between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. on weekdays. The Plaid Door Resale Boutique, 1740 South Glenstone Avenue, Suite Q, Springfield, Missouri, number 417-887-9422. Run by the Junior League of Springfield, Missouri, the Plaid Door is an upscale resale shop specializing in high-quality women's and men's clothing and accessories. Donations accepted, clothing and accessories. How to donate. The Plaid Door Resale Boutique is open on the second Saturday of every month, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Harmony House, 3404 East Ridgeview Street, Springfield, Missouri, number 417-837-7700. Harmony House gives shelter, education, and safety to domestic violence survivors, and their families and donations go to residents as they rebuild their lives. Donations accepted. Household items including laundry pods, bath towels, toiletries, children's items excluding toys and children's books. Find a complete donation list on the website. How to donate. Donation hours are 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at Harmony House with an appointment. Call 417-837-7700 for more information. The Blind Community Thrift Store.
Which is here.
2713 North Kansas Expressway, Springfield, Missouri, 417-831-7600. 100% of proceeds from the Blind Community Center thrift goes towards providing adaptive technology for the blind and visually impaired. Donations accepted. Furniture, minus box springs and mattresses, appliances, desks, electronics, televisions, computers, curtains, kitchen items, and more. Visit the website for a complete list. How to donate. Donations can be dropped off 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Isabel's House, 2750 West Bennett Street, Springfield, Missouri, 417-865-2273. Isabel's House organization provides shelter for individuals 12 years older and younger whose parents are temporarily unable to provide adequate care. Donations accepted. New clothing, large reusable bags and totes, and stress balls. For a complete list, visit the website. How to donate. For large donations, schedule an appointment at 417-865-2273. All the donations can be dropped off at Isabel's House 24/7. Habitat for Humanity Restore, 2410 South Scenic Avenue, Springfield, Missouri.
I know that place too.
Number 417-829-4001. Habitat for Humanity's helps low-income families by building and repairing their homes, and donations go towards renovating and refurbishing those homes. Donations accepted. Building materials, furniture, appliances, light fixtures, and other home goods in good working condition. How to donate. Drop off donations at the receiving dock on the west side of the warehouse during business hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. The organization offers free pickup services in the greater Springfield area Monday through Friday. Call 417-829-4001 to schedule pickup. Complete Electronics Recycling, 2935 West Chestnut Expressway, Springfield, Missouri. Number 417-864-4415. Complete Electronics Recycling organization ensures electronics are recycled in a safe and environmentally sound way. Items accepted. TVs, computers, computer equipment, batteries, audio and video equipment, cell phones, paper, and more. For a complete list, visit the website to see what items they accept. How to give. Request a pickup through the website or drop off materials during operating hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Red Rack's DAV Thrift Store, various Southwest Missouri locations. Red Rock's DIY Thrift Store is owned by Missouri's disabled American veterans. Donations accepted: clothing, shoe, home decor, working electronics that are 2 years old or newer, small appliances, flat screen TVs, and furniture. How to donate: schedule a donation pickup by calling 417-889-6200 or bring donations to a Red Rock store or DIV green bin donation bin. Salvation Army Thrift Store, 1737 South Campbell Avenue, Springfield, Missouri, 417-866-9426. Salvation Army is an international charity affiliated with the Universal Christian Church that locally assists those in need. The Springfield facility offers senior services, disaster services, hunger services, and more. Donations accepted: clothing, furniture, cars, TVs, and appliances. How to donate: call the location ahead of time to ensure the items will be accepted. The Springfield store is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. For vehicle donations, call 417-862-5509. Sammy's Window, Foster Adopt Connect, 509 South Cavalier Avenue, Springfield, Missouri. Number 417-866-3672. Sammy's Window, a program run through Foster Adopt Connect, provides foster parents with free clothing items and toys to help manage expenses not covered by stipends. Donations accepted: gently used or new children's and teens' clothes, including athletic shoes, new socks, underwear, and bras, hygiene items, including diapers and pull-ups, and food items. How to donate: call the building ahead of time. Drop-offs are available Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Help Give Hope, 2809 North Cedarbrook Avenue, Springfield, Missouri, 417-209-7027. Help Give Hope is a local charity that has since expanded its original mission of spreading Christmas joy to families in needing to providing year-round support with donated goods. Donations accepted: appliances and clothing. Note: Help Give Hope no longer accepts box TVs, commercial office desks, entertainment centers, sinks, toilets, beds, mattresses, or armories. How to donate: call Help Give Hope to confirm the working conditions of appliances and arrange for pickup. And that is the end of that article.
All right. Next article, whoops,
It's okay.
is from Springfield Daily Citizen. Wait,
Yep.
yeah, Springfield Daily Citizen. Because I already read those two. Springfield's second Target opens at Sunshine and West Bypass. Grand opening still set for March 15th. And this article is by Jack McGee. There's a picture of Target. It's the iconic. It's got the iconic red color, white Target bullseye logo with the red balls that people sit on, with a now open sign on the side, and it looks kind of gloomy, overcast, in the sky. There's there's really not much in there in the picture.
It's the front of the store for the new opening Target.
I know, but I'm just saying there's not that much else to see. Sorry. Target shoppers, sorry, I forgot to say. Springfield's second Target store is officially open on West Sunshine Street, and this photo was taken by Ellie Frystack. Like I said before, Target shoppers now have 2 locations to choose from in Springfield. West Bypass and Sunshine Street.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do you want to keep reading?
Springfield's second Target store at 3444 West Sunshine Street opened on Tuesday, March 10th.
It's okay.
Okay. Opened on Tuesday, March 10th, according to a Facebook post from Jared Commercial and Management. According to a Target representative, a soft opening is underway. The official grand opening will take place on Sunday, March 15th, as originally planned. situated at the southwest corner of Sunshine Street and West Bypass. The
148,000
square foot retail store will feature an expanded selection of meat, dairy, fruit, and produce. It will also include an Apple at Target shop, a CVS pharmacy, and a Starbucks. The store will have about 180 employees and will be open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Target is part of the Border Sunshine Town Center development, which also features a new Wendy's, Olive Garden, and Blue Currant Credit Union. A 31,955 square foot shopping center with spaces for 6 additional businesses remains under construction on the site. Sunshine Town Center was developed by Springfield West Partners, LLC, led by St. Louis-based developer Thomas Walker and Curtis
Jared,
who's the president and CEO of Jared Commercial and Management. That's for that article.
From the Springfield Business Journal, franchisee bringing first Qdoba location to Nixa. The article starts with a photo of somebody handing another person a bag that says "Unpack the Flavor, Qdoba Mexican Eats." This photo is provided by Qdoba Mexican Eats. Article written by Gregory Holman. San Diego-based Qdoba Mexican Eats announced today that franchisee Burrito Concepts, LLC, is expected to open Nixa's first Qdoba location sometime in April. The Nixa Qdoba restaurant is to be located at 830 West Mount Vernon Street, according to a news release, comprising 1,750 square feet of space and offering seating indoors and outdoors for up to 44 guests. A spokesperson for Qdoba confirmed Burrito Concepts LLC is owned by Michael Ghirardelli, who currently owns 14 Qdoba restaurant locations. Startup and leasing costs were undisclosed in the release. Christian County Assessor records show the Mount Vernon Street building where the Qdoba is set to operate is owned by Westside Plaza Nixa LLC. That company was organized July 18, 2025, according to Missouri Secretary of State records. Nixa's Qdoba location will employ roughly 20 staffers and is expected to be open 7 days per week from 10:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., according to the release. Qdoba's website shows 4 existing Qdoba locations in the Springfield area, located at 4127 South Kansas Expressway Street, 104, 401 South Kimbrough Avenue Street, 100, 900 East Battlefield Road, Street 164, and 2631 East Sunshine Street. The company also has one store located in Branson and another in Joplin. Qdoba has 873 store locations worldwide, according to its website, 40 of which are located in Missouri. That is the end of that article.
That was a food article, right? Mm-hmm. Speaking of food, another article from Springfield Daily Citizen. This article is about food. At 82, Ozarks chef Roland Parney still rolls dough before most people wake up. After closing his famed Foreland Cafe, the French-born chef keeps feeding the Ozarks from a small Mansfield kitchen. This article was posted by Juliana Goodwin. The article begins with Chef Roland Parney himself as he's rolling a large sheet of dough. He's got his hat on, he's got the apron on. I don't know who's behind him. Probably a friend of his. right?
Probably a coworker.
Probably a coworker, but in the picture he looks really focused as there's flour and dough all over the place so the thing doesn't stick.
There's flour on the table with dough in front of him as he works the dough.
Yeah, you know why the flour's on the dough? So it doesn't stick on the cutting board. This photo was also taken by Juliana Goodwin, and that's basically all that is. That's all the picture is. He's rolling dough
Yes.
in a kitchen.
Do you want to start with the article?
Growing up in France, Roland Parney wanted to be a doctor. Well, that's a sudden change of pace. It didn't happen because my family didn't have enough money, so my father sent me to cooking school, said the chef, his apron speckled with flour and his hands crusted with white residue. Okay. Working from a tiny commercial kitchen in Mansfield, Parney had 3 piles of dough in front of him, hand rolling them on a stainless steel island. Each pile weighed about 24 pounds, and he was using a long rolling pin and the weight of his body to work it. It was 10 a.m. on a Sunday, and the 82-year-old had already put it in 6 hours. There's another picture again as he's pausing to talk while rolling the dough. Once again taken by Juliana Goodwin. While the culinary arts may not have been his passion when he started at 16, by the time he graduated, it was and remains a lifelong love. Parney had worked around the world from the Paris Opera House, Cape Town, South Africa, Seattle, Texas, and even a private billionaire island in the Bahamas. In the Ozarks, the beloved chef is known for his Café La Galette Brichon in Fordland, sorry if I mispronounced that, which he owned for 12 years. He closed it 4 years ago because he was in his late 70s and needed a double knee replacement. Oh, poor guy.
Keep going.
Standing all day had become grueling. But less than 2 years after his successful surgery, Parney says he felt 20 years younger. Oh, he got antsy, which he always does, and started banking again. Here's the truth. He doesn't have an off switch, said his wife, Elaine. Do you know how many times he has told me he's going to retire? I can't count them. He's the poster boy for a workaholic. When asked how many days a week he works, the
Octogenarian
smiles and just says, yes. Yes, as in all the days. 7, he said, and then chuckled. Customers ask me to work, so I do. How did this French chef land in the Ozarks? It's got a picture of Roland and his wife standing next to a brick wall as they're smiling for the camera. Apparently, they've been married since 2005, and they've led culinary tours to France and owned a wild popular restaurant in Fordland, which closed in 2022 due to Roland's double knee replacement. And this was taken by Juliana Goodwin. A native of the Berry region of France, he moved to the U.S. in 1975 for a job and worked around the country. Parney and Elaine met by chance in Little Rock. He was working for Mississippi State, and at the time, they took the weekend to visit Arkansas. Elaine and her mother were living together in Nixa and decided to visit the river market in Little Rock. They ran into each other at the market. Her mom lost her glasses. Parney found them. Her mom invited him to lunch, and the trio spent the day exploring Arkansas, visiting museums. He was good with my mom, and I thought anyone who could be nice like that with your mom must be a good person, said Elaine. So they kept in touch. He sent Elaine and her son tickets to football games. She invited him to visit her, and at the time, he worked 15 hours a day, and even when she visited, they barely saw each other, but still stayed in contact. At Mississippi State, he ran special events catering for people like the president. He also taught classes, and his workload continued to rise. One day, he came to visit Elaine and proposed. Married in 2005. After they married, she followed him to Mississippi, and there they started leading culinary tours to France, as I mentioned before. Parney said, customers were curious, and I wanted to learn from where I am from. They've led about 8 tours over the years, showing tourists what real French food is like and its incredible diversity. After he retired from Mississippi State, they moved to the Ozarks because they each have 3 children. So they picked the area with the highest concentration of, the highest concentration of children and grandchildren. And they have a Seymour address, but live closer to Sparta and Ava. Mm-hmm. The article continues to say people flocked to Foreland for his pastries and dinners. I don't know how to explain that. What kind of food is that? It looks like a...
It is a pastry
with
fresh fruit on top.
Oh, nice. The article's picture says these pastries from Chef Parney were part of a pop-up dinner with the Little Farm Association last fall. You can order some of his food through the association, and this photo was taken by Juliana Goodwin. After he retired from Mississippi State, Parney was bored, so he went to work in Springfield teaching at Victory Trade School. He said, I like to teach. I teach for a long, long time. Despite enjoying the job, the commute was 2 hours round trip each day. So he eventually left the school to start his own place. He opened La Galette Berchon in 2009, initially planning to have a cooking school, then turned it into a cafe. Elaine said, the cafe was a huge success immediately. Our customer base grew fast. The 12 years we've owned the cafe, we never spent a dime on advertising. We didn't have to. Our customers did it for us. A few years after opening, he decided to add gourmet 7-course dinners. The dinners sold out as soon as he announced them. In fact, it was so hard to get a table. There's another picture of Parney, once again, as he's rolling the dough with his hands, with a rolling pin, but it just shows a huge close-up of his hands as his face is not shown. Photo taken by Juliana Goodwin. They had a huge client base from Springfield, but others drove up from Arkansas, Highlandville, Willow Springs. Some customers would drive hours and buy a month's worth of food to freeze and come back the following month. Parney said this was some of the most fulfilling work he's ever done because he had so much interaction with customers, because they wanted to talk to him. They wanted to take pictures with him, and many of them wanted to become his friend. Aww. He said, I never had this communication with people. This was unique, and it was really it was a fantastic experience. When you cook for others, you don't always get to see them appreciate it, but he was able to with the Foreland restaurant. Here's some highlights from his career that are still going on. His other favorite job was working in the Bahamas on a private island, a club for His favorite job was working in the Bahamas on a private island, which was a club. Wait, was or is it still there? A club for billionaires.
Was working on a private island, a club for billionaires. That's all we have.
All right. Okay. He had access to incredible food and ingredients, but Parney said the people he met were nothing like what he expected. He said, and I quote, "I had such a good time with them. Nothing like the picture I had before. I would sit down and have a glass of wine with them. They were not smart. They were brilliant." Most were friendly. One client said he even refused to leave the island without a croissant from Parney. Speaking of croissants, there's now a picture of a croissant, a close-up of the croissants, a close-up, yeah.
Yes.
And yes, these croissants were created by Parney and are on sale at Emperor Coffee in Rogersville. Once again, this picture is taken by Juliana Goodwin. Another thing Parney is proud of is that he published a cookbook called A Taste of the Berry with some of his famous recipes. His culinary career is peppered with so many different experiences. Like right now, he runs a commercial kitchen and bakes pastries for Empire Coffee in Rogersville and the Little Farm Association in Mansfield, while Elena helps with the deliveries. Aside from work, they occasionally offer cooking classes, including in Arkansas. He takes on catering gigs, and they collaborate with Cassell Vineyards, and other places to cater special occasions or pop-out dinners. Now there's a huge photographic portrait side.
There is a large
Vertical
photo of a long table with many guests eating Parney's dishes.
But the thing is detailed. It's not just they're not just outside. There's like candles, people talking, wine glasses. It even has a like those plastic plants that you have on a table.
I believe those are real plants.
Oh, they're real plants.
There's bouquets and there's bouquets and flowers on the table.
And the background shows like a stone wall. It looks like somebody's backyard.
I don't know.
Oh, and there's a DJ in the background. You can even see the guitar.
There is live music, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, not a DJ.
Would you like to keep going?
And yes, this photo was taken by Juliana Goodwin, and it said Chef Parney partnered with Cassell Vineyard in Mansfield for this multi-course dinner last summer, and he does several events a year with them, so check their Facebook page for future dinners. Elaine would like him to scale back on work, but she says he never says no. But she says he never says no. She doesn't update their website or even post anything about what they are doing, but they still have so much demand. She said, "We have a following, and people find us." Despite being 82, he averages 7 to 8 hours of work a day, and sometimes he puts in 12 but doesn't like to. "I cannot work like I used to," he said, but he's not ready to put the rolling pin down anytime soon. "Life is life," Parney said, shrugging. "At 20, I've had more energy, but I didn't have the experience. I now know things. I know things now I didn't know 15 years ago. You learn every day." Where to find it? If you are missing his pastries, Empire Coffee inside Figgy's Gift Bar in Rogersville carries his pastries. The Little Farm Association also sells frozen meals and ham croissants from him, and Cassell Vineyards pairs up with him a few times for a year for special wine dinners. So, Roland Parney, if you are watching this, really proud of you. You're doing good.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service. Come by and see us in person with daily deals at 2713 North Kansas Expressway in Springfield, Missouri. Veterans receive a 25% discount every day, providing significant savings as a token of appreciation for their service. Additionally, the store features a weekly clothing sale where all clothing items are available at 50% off every Wednesday. Seniors aged 55 and older benefit from a 25% discount every Tuesday, making shopping more affordable for the senior community. From the Springfield Daily Citizen, new Ozark Tech parking lot calls for demolition of historic church building. A college tried to hold classes in former Mount Carmel United Methodist Church building, but found it too restrictive and warm. Written by Joe Hadsall. This building at 1001 North National Avenue is the former home of Mount Carmel United Methodist Church. And the article starts with a photo of said building. It looks to be the front with the sign listing where it is. Photo by Joe Hadsall. A historic church building will be knocked down for Ozark Technical's Community College to build a parking lot. The college's Board of Trustees on Wednesdays approved a plan to do so during its regular meeting. It accepted a $1,206,625.56 bid from Courtney Construction for the parking lot. The new lot would be an extension of Lot O, located at Pythian Street and Hampton Avenue on the campus northeastern border. The project calls for extending that lot eastward all the way to National Avenue to add 233 parking spaces. The current parking lot was completed in 2024. Including the construction bid, the board approved a total of $312,265,000. I do apologize. $1,312,265.69. That includes cable relocation, ground testing, security, networking equipment, environmental, and design services. Those costs also include the demolition of a building that used to house Mount Carmel United Methodist Church, located at the northwest corner of the National and Pythian. The United Methodist Church reported that the church was closed in 2023. Ozarks Tech purchased the building in 2023 for $640,000 with the intention of using it. The building housed the college's fine art department and hosted student art exhibits. Chancellor Hall Higdon said the building's condition was such that neither students nor staff enjoyed being in it. The church struggled with maintaining membership to provide adequate building care, he said. We tried having classes in there, Higdon said after the meeting. All we had were complaints from faculty, from students. It's not conducive, it's old, it's run down, it hasn't been taken care of, it's beyond its useful life. The college hopes to complete the parking lot by the beginning of the fall 2026 semester, meaning that work to remove the building will start soon. The building dates back to 1894, according to Queen City Preservation, a historic preservation group in Springfield. In a Facebook post, the group did not criticize the college for its decision, but hoped it could generate more conversation about how cities balance growth with preservation. OTC is an important institution in Springfield, and campuses naturally evolve over time to meet infrastructure needs, the post stated. At the same time, buildings like Mount Carmel represent a piece of the city's early development along the National Avenue corridor, from a time when this area was just beginning to grow. 4 other nearby buildings, 3 residential and 1 commercial, will remain standing, according to information presented during the meeting. The need for parking is immediate, Higdon said. The Michael Parsons Student Union, also slated to open for the fall 2026 semester, now occupies former parking lots. Higdon said the college is considering building a parking garage nearby, but the cost of such a garage would be more expensive. Where a garage would cost about $30,000 per space, Higdon said during the meeting this new lot will cost about $6,600 per space. We're still thinking about it, Higdon said. It just depends on growth patterns. A parking garage is not off the radar, but it's not today. All right.
Hang on.
You haven't read that one.
Okay. Black Oak. This article is from Springfield News-Leader. It's Black Oak Amphitheater, enhancing food more for 2026 concert season. And this was written by Susan Such. Before I read this, there's some key points.
It's okay. That's just summarizing the article.
Okay, never mind. All right. The outdoor concert in the outdoor concert venue in Lamp.
Yep.
With an E.
Lamp.
All right. Lamp near Table Rock Lake is fondly cemented in the brains of many baby boomers and Gen Xers as Swiss Villa. Despite its name change in 1995 to Black Oak Amphitheater. Nestled along a winding. Blech.
It's okay.
Nestled along with a winding 2-lane highway in the Ozarks, it has played host to big names like the Beach Boys, REO Speedwagon, Leonard
Skinner.
and Tim McGraw. I know Beach Boys and the Rio Speedwagon. Yeah.
It's okay. Do you want to go? Keep going?
While the memory and history of Swiss Villa is important, the current group leading Black Oak has a message for the community. It's from.
Just read the start.
Yeah. We want you to come down and experience Black Oak in 2026, said Dwight Glenn, a Black Oak's director of marketing. If you have a preconceived notion of how you think it is, we're going to change your mind. Since purchasing the venue in 2019, owner Johnny Staffar has been making improvements while maintaining local ownership and operation to, quote, keep the hometown feel. Everybody's got a story from here. You talk to people in the community. Their parents came here to visit. The parents came here to visit it while. Their parents came here when it was Swiss Villa, or they've been coming here since it was Swiss Villa. But, huh?
They came here when it was Swiss Villa, or they've been coming here since it was Swiss Villa?
He said the same thing.
They mean different things. It's okay. I can tell you after.
All right. Continuing, it has a big history, huge past, since it's been here for so long. There are a lot of big names that have come out, that come through here. It used to be called The Place in the Midwest at one point. And if you were an artist, this is where you came to. The Place. I think I read an article about that one time.
Do you want to keep reading?
This upcoming season, guests can anticipate a new vantage from which to watch concerts, more food options, and things that enhance their concert experience. There's a picture of a guy outside on some sort of stage near a stadium as he's holding up a hand as he's looking at the empty bleachers. In the background, there looks like a dog, probably his dog. General Manager Tom Abbott points out to where the observation deck will be at Black Oak Amphitheater on March 5th, 2026. The deck will seat 110 people, and it's one of the improvements coming out for this season. Susan Such took this picture. Like I said before, Black Oak enhances food and beverage experience. The first week of March brought a flurry of activity from
at the amphitheater, with a mix of annual reopening upkeep as well as new features meant to improve concertgoers' experiences and offer new services. One of the biggest upgrades will be the addition of an observation deck at the top of the seating area, which will seat about 110 people, like I said before. Half of the deck will be for sponsors, said General Manager Tom Abbott, while the other half will be available on a show-by-show basis for bachelor parties, family functions, or company outings. For safety reasons, Black Oak will not offer lawn seating this year. A new point of service systems enables folks in the observation deck and some VIP areas to order food and drinks from their seats, with a portion of ticket holders being able to order from their seats, and roaming vendors selling beer in between sets. Abbott said it should cut down on concession stand lines. The only thing you need to get up for is to go to the bathroom. Food and beverages are also getting an upgrade this season. Ma Pa's in
Ma's Place.
Ma's Place in Kimberling City, which already caters meals for the artists and provides smoked meats for VIP buffets. Is providing smoked chopped pork for the concession stands. Oh, that means the addition of chopped pork sandwiches and pork nachos. I love pork chopped sandwiches. The venue will also be selling
Anheuser-Busch beverages.
Stuffer.
How about you read the quote first?
Everyone's asked for,
Michelob Ultra,
and they can finally have it.
Stoffer said.
Yeah. One thing that won't change, however, is Black Oak's partnership with local nonprofits. Organizations such as the Shriners and Reed's Spring Wolfpack Foundation will continue to volunteer their help at events, and the amphitheater will continue to give money to
them
for their volunteer work. Over the last 4 years,
Stoffer
said, Black Oak has given $350,000 to nonprofits for running the concession stands, parking cars, and raffles. What's that picture?
There is a wall of signatures from past performers that line the backstage of the Black Oak Amphitheater.
Yeah. Venue adding ways to enjoy the experience. Certain shows like stand-up comedy performances previously required temporary digital screens to allow concertgoers to better see the performer. Black Oak is adding permanent LED screens on either side of the stage for the season, as well as a manned camera. Manned camera. While the venue itself is already pretty intimate, from the stage to the back walkway is 175 feet, Abbott said. The screens will allow for better visibility and personalization of the experience with sponsorship opportunities and birthday and anniversary opportunities. Abbott also said the venue will be investing almost $1 million in a JBL sound system and new lights. Black Oak is also looking ways to improve the parking situation, as not just entering the venue, but also leaving, which Abbott views as an integral part of the overall experience of being at a concert. we'll concentrate on getting them out as much as we concentrate on getting them in, because you can have the best experience you can to get here and enjoy the show than if you're sitting in traffic for 45 minutes to an hour not moving. It could spoil it, Abbott said. Abbott plans on seeing how the soft openings goes with about 2,000 to 2,500 people, and then will make improvements if needed, which could include more, quote, people movers, like golf carts or shuttle buses to get people to get people to and from parking more quickly. There's a picture taken once again by Susan Such as General Manager Tom Abbott and owner Johnny
Stoffer.
are both posing for a picture on the stage at Black Oaks Amphitheater on March 5th in Lamp, Missouri. That's how I came about this. A Miller in his basement bar. That's the title of the article. Next, the section of this article. As a regular Black Oak Amphitheater in the 2000s, Stoffer never really imagined he would one day come to his own. He never imagined he would come one day to own the venue where he frequently sat front row for musical acts like Tim McGraw, I know him, Florida Georgia Line, know that one too, and Brantley Gilbert. Oh, I know all of them, yeah. The Branson's native story running the amphitheater begins with a house in small Table Rock Lake neighborhood. After building a home for his dad in the area, the two ended up befriending neighbor Garland Pierce, who owned Black Oak from 2009 to 2013, according to reporting from the Springfield Business Journal. The idea of Johnny Stoffer running Black Oak took shape like many business ventures do, in a bar over a few beers. We were down in Pierce's bar in his basement, all having a few drinks and talking. Next thing I know, he made me a deal and said, "I know you're young, and I know you've got a lot of money to put into it, to do it. I'll help you. I'll carry a note for you." So I gave him a down payment, Stoffer said. That's how I came about this. A Miller Lite in his basement bar. As it turned out, Stoffer had his work cut out for him. The amphitheater had been vacant for 6 years, and neither nature nor humans had been kind to it. It was a far cry from the place where he spent countless hours during his 20s. It was kind of sad. There were trees growing, the weeds were 5 foot tall, it was just vandalized. There was spray paint all over, everything was stolen. That's what Stoffer said from the copper components to electric wires to a transformer. Stoffer remembers when Carroll Electric Cooperative came to restore power. They said they'd never seen a situation where someone stole a whole transformer, even ended up saying, quote, "That's not normal." Well, because it's not. While Stoffer intentionally thought he'd be able to spruce up some things, especially with his experience in construction, he ended up taking the venue to its studs and bringing a lot of aspects up to a code that didn't exist in 1983. When they were ready to do their first show in 2020, they were ready to do their first show in 2020. However, COVID-19 hit, and it closed everything down. Yeah.
Do you want to keep reading?
That extra year gave them the ability to do more than they planned, updating even more parts of the amphitheater, and that update continues to this day with things processing, one piece at a time, one paintbrush at a time, and one power washing at a time. Glenn said? Mm-hmm. Glenn? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just gotta keep moving on, that's all.
Can you keep reading?
Part of the history of Swiss Villa and the fond memories people have of it makes people want to see this succeed in its current form, Glenn said. Adding that live music brings people together in a special way. If Johnny hadn't stepped up, I doubt anybody else would have. You have to have someone with a vision of not just what it can be, but
Remembrances?
of how good it used to be. Here's a list of shows that have been announced so far for Black Oaks 2026, as well as a special show on the 25th anniversary of 9/11. Stauffer, Abbott, and Glenn encourage customers to purchase tickets by following the Buy Tickets link for each show at Black Oak APM. No, not APM. APM. No. BlackOakAMP.com.
Black Oak Amp.
Oh, AMP. Amphitheater. Yes. Okay, it's an abbreviation. As they have received reports of people overpaying or being sold fake tickets to a non-existency on other ticketing platforms. On May 9th, it'll be Hairball and
Foreigners.
Journey to Boston. May 24th, Brantley, Gilbert, and Aaron Lewis are coming. June 6th, we'll have 38 Special and Kansas. June 12th, Jefferson Starship, Pure
Prairie.
League, Atlanta Rhythm Section, and Firefall. June 13th, Trace Adkins' 30th anniversary show with Confederate Railroad. And June 19th, Little River Band with special guest, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
All right. From the Springfield News-Leader, MoDOT seeks public input on plans shaping transportation's future. This article was written by Janice Reeser. The Missouri Department of Transportation is inviting public input on updates to its long-range transportation plan and state freight and rail plan. According to a community announcement, a virtual public meeting open for comments through 5 p.m. April 3rd. The virtual meeting and draft documents for both plans can be accessed at modot.org/LRTP-SFRP/get-involved. Gathering input from the public. Participants can review the draft plans and provide feedback to ensure that the goals and objectives reflect the needs of citizens and stakeholders. The plan has been developed over the past year with input from stakeholders and the public. These plans will guide the state's transportation network for the next 25 years and are necessary for federal funding, according to the announcement. The current LRTP was approved in June 2018 and has been updated along the SFRP, which was approached in May 2022, according to the announcement. The updated LRTP builds upon previous goals such as investing in infrastructure to enhance safety and economic growth, offering more transportation choices, and reducing congestion, according to the announcement. The SFRP provides a comprehensive assessment of Missouri's freight and passenger rail systems. It sets short-term and long-term goals for improving the state's freight and rail infrastructure. Updates to the SFRP include an analysis of the economic impact of Missouri's public ports and passenger rail systems, an evaluation of the truck's parking system, and the identification of critical supply chains that support the state's economy, according to the announcement. Access information. Individuals without internet access can call 573-751-6550 between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday to obtain information and ask questions during the developmental process. All comments must be postmarked or received by 5 p.m. April 3rd. The final plans will be presented to the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for review and consideration later in 2026, according to the announcement. For more information about the LRTP and SFRP updates, visit mo.dot.org/LRTP-SFRP. Additional questions about the planning process can be addressed by calling 888-ask-mo.275-6636 or by mailing Transportation Planning, P.O. Box 270, Jefferson City, Missouri 65102. The next article is the Springfield Business Journal. City seeks feedback to update trash and recycling codes. Starts with a picture of two men looking over informational boards regarding the Environmental Services Department.
I hate this stomach pain.
It's okay. Article written by Karen Crago. The City of Springfield held its first public input session yesterday as officials prepare to update the portion of disposal facility policies, rules for hauling, acceptance of waste from outside of the city, and all aspects of waste storage and disposal. Key goals of the Chapter 94 Code review are enhanced clarity and consistency, according to the website of the city's Environmental Service Department. The department reports that more than 40% of materials sent to the city's Noble Hill Sanitary Landfill could be recycled, and that landfill use is on the rise. At the same time, the website states residents are calling for improved recycling access and bulky item collection, as well as cleaner neighborhoods overall. The department is looking to improve the following areas of trash and recycling services: more consistent residential collection hours requiring minimum levels of trash and recycling services for city residents, clarifying communication between haulers and residents, simplifying permitting for haulers, working towards standardized equipment and vehicles, and improving waste management system efficiency. Proposed changes are expected to be presented to Springfield City Council in late 2026. Late night events held 6 to 8 p.m. in the Greene County Election Center training room was the first of 3 public input sessions scheduled, with other drop-in sessions slated for 6 to 8 p.m. March 16th at the Schweitzer Brentwood Branch Library and March 24th at the Springfield Greene County Botanical Center. At the first session, community members browsed stand-up displays asking them to weigh in on issues like the noise generated by waste pickup and the hours of operation of haulers. Peppered through the displays were data points, like the fact that in fiscal 2024, there were 93 illegal dumping sites within the city limits. The landfill's average daily tonnage is on the rise, according to the data presented. In 2013, 650 tons per day was the average, but in 2024, that figure nearly doubled to 1,311 tons. It's an impact that could be lessened by increased recycling, and sticky notes were provided for participants to offer their notes. Many of the responses demonstrated concern about affordability, with notes like, more curbside recycling, but most people can afford it, or, not sure how it would impact my trash bill. Another response, I would love to see curbside recycling at no additional expense. Many neighboring communities provided bundled services for trash and recycling at a single set price, according to another display. For example, Nixa offered weekly trash and biweekly recycling collection and allows one bulky item per week at a cost of $14.95 per month, while Ozarks offers both weekly trash and recycling collection at $20.04 per month. In Battlefield, $15.80 per month gets residents weekly trash and recycling collection, and in Stratford, the same services are $16.35 per month with reduced prices for the elderly, according to Environmental Services Department figures. Expense was reported to be the main barrier to recycling, cited by 34% of respondents to a department survey. Other barriers reported were awareness of availability, 18% disbelief that the material is actually being recycled, 16% lack of convenience, 9% not caring, and 4% and a range of other factors, including lack of availability of services in apartment buildings, use of drop-off sites, no service offered by haulers, and challenging bin types. The city has considered removing the recycling requirement from individual haulers and instead exploring alternative options, among them a citywide contract for curbside recycling, according to the exhibit. Ashley Krug, the city's market development coordinator, said most of the large section of code devoted to solid waste has not been updated since about 1980. We know that our code is not operating in the same way that our haulers actually operate and do business, and we want to make sure that we are aligning things like complaints we receive with the ability to address that in code, she said. Krug said her office received a slight decrease in complaints about illegal dumping in 2025. Though some sites are still observed around the city, particularly on properties where evictions have occurred, availability of trash services may be a factor, she said. One of the questions that we're asking is just about quality of service, and one of them is actually saying, should we require every household in our community to actually have trash service? Because our code currently doesn't actually require it, she said. Krug said residents who have curbside recycling are more apt to be recyclers. Some people don't want to drive it. Some people can't drive it to a recycling site, she said. Participants are also being asked if they want additional services, like disposable options for bulky items, food waste, or yard waste, and if they want the code to increase or decrease its current requirements that haulers offer recycling pickup bi-weekly. Opinions on preference for recycling containers are also sought. Krug said the department has also met with waste haulers for feedback to give the revision. She said 8 or 9 of the city's 15 to 17 haulers participated. It's really important when we ask any of these things to go to those haulers, who are impacted more than anybody, she said. The haulers are the right people to consult about issues with permitting process or about requirements for standardized equipment, she said. We take all that information and use it to redirect what those red lines are going to look like for Chapter 94, Krug said, referring to draft code revisions. Krug said the conversation is also partly about raising awareness among city residents, because city code does not apply only to haulers. This is a conversation of just how our system works and how we can make it work better for all of us, she said. All right. Do you want to read the next article?
Yeah. Sorry, this stomach pain's just.
It's okay. It's okay.
Next article is by SBJ Magazine. This was posted online March 11th of this year by the SBJ staff. Springfield Police Department reports nearly 5% drop in 2025 crime. Ow! My bracelet pinched me.
It's okay. Keep going.
I got it. Overall, crime in the city was down by 4.7% in 2025 compared with the prior year, according to data
Either way.
released by the Springfield Police Department. Crimes against property, including burglary, shoplifting, and credit card fraud, decreased by 8.3%. Crimes against society, including drug violations and prostitution, declined by 4.7%, and crimes against persons such as rape and murder increased by 1.6%. The Springfield Police Department's annual crime report is there's red words right here available here.
There is a link on the article.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant through tracking and releasing crime data, we can give citizens a realistic look at crime in our community, Police Chief Paul Williams said in a March 9 news release. The information helps us identify successful policing strategies, as well as highlighting areas where we can make improvements through community-wide participation and crime prevention. crimes against property totaled 9,864 offenses reported in 2025, compared with 10,759 in 2024. Is that good?
Keep reading.
Yeah. The annual report shows top crimes against property, including shoplifting at 1,259 offenses, theft from motor vehicles at 1,252, and false pretenses, swindle, and confidence game at 1,248. That's it for that one.
I feel like I have a stuffy nose, but I don't feel
It's
stuffy.
okay. From the Springfield News-Leader, P&Z wants to scale back missing middle rezoning and new zoning map. Article written by Marta Mies. Springfield is mere month away from fully enacting a new land development code and new zoning map, and one of the main goals of the changes is to encourage more housing development. As part of that effort, city staff working together with Center City neighborhoods have identified several properties that could be rezoned for lower density missing middle housing. But Springfield Planning and Zoning Commission is pumping the brakes. Through rigorous public engagement processes with Center City neighborhoods, the city identified nearly 3,800 lots currently zoned for single-family houses that could be rezoned in the remapping process to Re-MX1, the newly created missing middle low-density zoning district. Missing middle housing refers to diverse housing types in between single-family homes and large apartment complexes. Though RMX1 is one of the lower side on the spectrum, it would only allow multi-unit homes with up to 4 units and townhouses on large lots. Single-family homes would still be permitted. Townhomes on smaller lots and small format detached houses would be allowed conditionally. The new zoning map would condense the number of zoning districts to better align with the Forward SGF Comprehensive Plan. There is a photo of the Springfield Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for a workshop as they discuss the process and rezoning properties. At meetings throughout the summer, neighborhoods actually identified more than 4,500 lots that they thought would be suitable for RMX1, but some of those lots were not zoned for single-family homes. City staff emphasized the new code includes design standards that would ensure any development of duplexes or other housing types would blend in and complement the surrounding neighborhoods. Worry center on changing neighborhoods. While the citywide rezoning was in front of P&Z on February 26, the Commission split the bill between rezonings that were simply translated to the new districts and the properties subject to being rezoned for missing middle. No one spoke during the public comment portion. A vote on just the missing middle piece was postponed. Although property owners and nearby residents were notified of the rezoning, a second letter of notification, which commissioners felt was more clearly worded, was sent out after that meeting. The Commission met Tuesday, March 10th for a workshop to discuss the matter further. Rezoning to the missing middle district would not require property owners to do anything different with the property, nor does it mean any housing type allowed under the zoning district would be feasible. It is simply a way to offer the option for new housing developments on the lot in the future. Commissioners expressed discomfort with the high volume of rezonings in some of the neighborhoods in question. For example, the West Side neighborhood could see more than half of its single-family lots rezoned. Commissioner Lane Hunton said that it could have a large impact on the nature of the neighborhood, even though a lot of the areas in town need additional investment. There's a map highlighting lots identified by residents of Center City neighborhoods for missing middle housing that the City of Springfield will use as a guide in the remapping process. Neighborhoods include in the missing middle housing rezoning are West Side, West Central, Heart of West Side, Tom Watkins, Midtown, Weller, Doling, Grant Beach, and Woodland Heights. Senior Planning Hannah Knopf said that while the city wants to see missing middle districts across Springfield, these neighborhoods were intentionally selected as a starting point due to their layouts as pre-war neighborhoods and the pre-existing nature of mixed housing within them. Commissioner Dan Scott said under his interpretation of the Ford SGF Comprehensive Plan, missing middle should be placed along major streets, and large volume rezonings of properties in some neighborhoods could go against the city's desire to preserve the nature of neighborhoods. He also noted that missing middle housing would likely be mostly rental property, which also counters the priority to improve Springfield homeownership rates. Director of Planning and Development Steve Childers disagreed with the notion that missing middle, particularly that of lower density, should be kept to major roads, instead pointing to comprehensive plan recommendations to integrate diverse housing types within neighborhoods. He warned that taking the stance that missing middle, regardless of density, can also be along major streets could set a limiting precedent for future developments deeper into neighborhoods. However, in response to Scott's concern and Councilman Derek Lee's request, the staff presented a different map that only considered the identified parcels that sat along streets classified as collectors or higher. That left less than a third of the identified lots to rezone, 1,009. This map has not been shared publicly or with the property owners in question until Tuesday meeting. Lee, reached by the News-Leader by phone Wednesday morning, March 11th, said he felt the integration of missing middle housing deeper into neighborhoods would hurt home ownership rates within those same neighborhoods. He said that would be a direct conflict with other programs the city has funded, like Restore SGF, that aims to help more Springfieldians own their homes. There is a small picture of an alternative map that shows in red only the properties identified by neighborhoods for missing middle housing. The councilman said his position is not that absolutely no missing middle housing should be developed beyond the major streets, but rather that doing so on such a large scale was different than evaluating future proposals brought forth by property owners. I think an individual can come and say, hey, at this particular location, we have this going on, we want to do this, and I would support that. I have in the past, and I will in the future, Lee said, but I mean this is the city making that change. Commissioner David Jaquez said the new map would not be sufficient for making any meaningful progress quickly for missing middle housing, but also understood the hesitation with regard to the larger scope of 3,700 lots. Most commissioners felt there should be more notice and education provided to the neighborhoods and nearby residents to ensure their awareness of the rezoning. Though staff noted the public input process throughout the year has been extensive. Those with questions or who would like to request to be removed from the rezoning process can contact city staff at 417-864-1300 or by email at forwardsgf@springfieldmo.gov. Principal Planner Alana Owen said during the first round of letters, 5 owners making up 7 properties requested to be removed from the rezoning, while the second round of notification has resulted in 20 requests to remain as single family. Nearby residents can also protest the rezoning of neighborhood properties. An interactive map of the proposed zoning changes can be found on www.forwardsgf.com/remap. Leaning toward putting balls in owners' courts. The matter will go before P&Z at its March 26 meeting, which will include a public hearing. Then it will go before Springfield City Council for another public hearing and final approval. Ultimately, by the end of Tuesday's 2-hour workshop, the commissioners seem to be leaning towards rezoning the small number of lots as a way to phase in missing middle zonings. The current townhouse district, regardless of location in the city, is automatically going to translate into RMX1 under the new code. Owen said roughly 4,500 lots will see this change from townhouse district to RMX1 outside of the center city rezoning. After the rezoning is approved to both P&Z Springfield City Council, owners citywide will have 90 days to request an appeal free of charge to either be included in the rezoning or to retain their single-family housing. Assistant City Attorney Laura Valls said there would still go through the regular rezoning process with notifications and public hearings, but fees could be waived. Commissioner Randall Doing said the approach would avoid P&Z pigeonholing themselves by keeping missing middle only to be the outskirts of neighborhoods, but also would provide leeway to take a more digestible approach first, and allow property owners the ability to make their own decisions and provide further notice to neighborhoods. However, the latest notification included all property owners of the full nearly 3,800 lots. If P&Z decides to move forward with a more limited scope and only approve rezonings for lots along major streets, the owners of properties not rezoned, although eligible to appeal to get their property rezoned, would not be notified of the decision. P&Z meets every other Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at the Springfield Regional Police and Fire Training Center at 2620 West Battlefield Road. Meetings are also live streamed on the city's Facebook page and www.cityview.springfieldmo.gov. Full agenda for this and all public meetings can be found on the city's
The time
website.
is 12 p.m.
Perfect timing. Thank you for listening to the Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service. Tune in every week, Monday through Friday, on the Blind Community Thrift Store's YouTube channel at 10 a.m. for more up-to-date news from the Springfield News-Leader, Springfield Daily Citizen, Springfield Business Journal, and 417 Magazine. Listen after we are...
Live.
Yeah, I got it. I just heard a crack in there.
It's okay. Keep going.
Hang on. Oh, listen after we are live on the Audio Reader Network at www.reader.ku.edu. All broadcasts are played over KSMU subcarrier airways at 67 kilohertz on 91.1 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And you can contact Audio Reader Network for more information on receiving a pre-programmed radio session. A pre-programmed radio.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm Madison.
And I'm Savannah, and have a good week.
Mm-hmm.